Well, it's just gone 9 o'clock Central African time. This is BTV News, broadcasting live from the nation's capital, Gaborone. I'm Ulibile Samoka. Let's take a look at stories making headlines. Government targets jobs and community growth through stronger trust. Musisedi farmers hit by sharp decline in production. Now, Israeli protesters rally against government to end Gaza conflict. Liza Osekin will join us later on our sport desk. It's episode scholars interpreting in sign language. Welcome and thank you for joining us. Now, the government is looking to stimulate job creation and local development by unlocking greater value for community trusts. Speaking at the Kawa June Challenge and Cultural Festival, Tourism Minister Mr. Winter Muluzi reaffirmed government's commitment to empowering communities and building sustainable economic opportunities rooted in local assets. Horata Moranyani.
The minister noted that community trusts allow residents to benefit directly from tourism and other local industries by pooling resources, managing assets, and reinventing profits into education, infrastructure, and small businesses. This model does not only stimulate job creation, but also preserves cultural heritage and promotes inclusive growth.
We have got the Kawa Trust. And the campsites, they get paid. And when they get paid, like I know one site, it costs about 20,000. So at the end of this event, they will be having Madia Elongore. They can use that money to develop the community. And it is our intention to make sure that communities develop through these initiatives. Because come think about it. Have really enough money in trusty they will build lodges. These lodges they will build other facilities they create jobs. There will also be value chain development or beneficiation, and therefore doing that will create more and more jobs for the rural communities.
Stakeholders are now calling for increased public awareness and training programs to maximize the impact of these initiatives. With the government's backing, community trust could become a cornerstone of grassroots development across the country.
Campsite e gole go ne le loje mo teng gore re kgone gore re tlhabele banana ditiro ka ibile khawa ile motse le gore o khakala le ditlamelo mme ibile gape re batla gore an open e marketiwe in mo mapeng gore campsite e teng ya bereka.
The Kawa June Challenge and cultural event was attended by community leaders, entrepreneurs and government officials, all expressing optimism about the potential of community trust to transform local economies. Horata Moranyani, BTV News.
As the curtains fall on yet another edition of the Kawa June Challenge and Cultural Festival, attendees offered glowing praise, echoing widespread appreciation of the event's vibrant celebration of culture and adventure. Solofelo Tombale reports.
The Kawa June Challenge and Cultural Festival, which was first launched in 2012, has grown in leaps and bounds to become an event that consistently attracts hundreds of local and international participants and adventure tourists. Despite challenges it experienced in the past, such as cancellations in 2020 and 2021 due to the COVID-19 outbreak, this year's event has demonstrated that it remains a persuasive draw for many.
It's my first time and it was amazing. And to think that we could do it here in Botswana, it's the most beautiful thing ever. There's so much potential. So far we've enjoyed ourselves very much.
I actually grew up on this terrain. And I don't know if you noted the difference. I go up these dunes with no hassle. Yeah, I'm driving a diesel vehicle and I don't really need to step on my gas full time. You just need to balance your tire pressure and then know which gear you're going to go uphill with. It's no hassle.
On the participants' side, there were those who ended the day celebrating trophy finishes such as team running racing. We came here with quad bikes and two-wheel dirt bikes, and one of our number managed to get a trophy.
We've managed to scoop a trophy.
Now that the curtain has fallen on the Kawa event, the attention shifts to other events like the Ditubaruba Cultural Festival to keep the focus on the exciting events and sites that can grow Botswana's tourism sector. Solafalo Tombale, BTV News.
The Ministry of State President has emphasized the importance of transparency regarding the nation's financial standing, warning that current constraints may impact development goals. The Minister, Mr. Moeti Mohasa, called on the private sector to step up, partner with government, and help drive the economy forward. He said this when addressing farmers and the business community in Khanti.
Our country is experiencing serious financial challenges. The government can no longer take care of some of the facilities or even put up some of the facilities that we have wanted to. We have over-relied on diamonds and failed to diversify our economy. And I believe all of us have to take responsibility, all of us as a nation. But I'm here, Barayeso, talk to you and urge you to work closely with the police. I appreciate the difficult conditions and circumstances under which they are expected to deliver top-notch service.
Now, farmers in Mosesedi have reported a significant decline in production during the current planting season. In 2023, they managed to cultivate just over 3,000 hectares, far short of the targeted 9,500 hectares. The shortfall has been attributed to persistent drought conditions coupled with financial constraints that hampered farming activities. Gilbert Morusi.
Mosesedi Commercial Farmers Association chairperson expressed dissatisfaction with the current coverage, noting that the area ploughed this season remains far below expectations. He emphasized the need for support to overcome these challenges and improve productivity in upcoming season. We are not happy to have planted below area of coverage in our farming area due to some challenges emanating from past season, which was full of dry spell, as well as situations where our local financial institutions were not ready to disburse funds well on time to kickstart plowing season. However, looking at the current status of hectares done, we're sitting at 2,388 hectares of maize, sorghum 300 hectares,
cowpeas about 72 and groundnuts 217.
Despite these setbacks, farmers are hopeful for a better 2024 season. Mr. Kronjai, key figure in the farming community, noted that the recent rains have been encouraging.
The season that we had so far, the season started late. We only received our first good rains in middle December. Then we started planting. We planted yellow maize and white maize. We also did soya beans and sunflowers and then peanuts. On the yield side, on soybeans, we did a bit better than expected. We were expecting 2 tons a hectare. We got 2.6 tons a hectare. We finished with that. Then on the sunflower, we were also expecting about 2 tons a hectare. We finished those at about 1.8, 1.9 tons a hectare.
Mo ba ba beileng tema dipula di nile teng di tlile thari tota so se tona se leng gore.
From this harvesting season, farmers who took part are making better yields despite late rains. However, we are facing a great challenge when it comes to access of funds and preparations before rainy season. We therefore encourage farmers to approach their financial partners so that they map and agree on how better and efficient they can access the funds and prepare well on time. The association further expressed that they remain optimistic about the 2024 season, emphasizing the importance of innovation and collective effort. Gilbert Morosi, BTV News, Barolin Farms.
Yes, still watching BTV News. Thank you for staying with us. Now moving on, Kabo Ramasia, a board member of the Media Institute of Southern Africa, Botswana, has called on the government to actively support ethical reporting across the country. Ramasia also disclosed that in the wake of a significant drop of foreign donor funding, MISA has been sustaining its operations largely through local fundraising efforts. He highlighted this during MISA's second annual Golf Day on Friday in Gaborone. Solofelo Tombali.
Media professionals, sponsors, and golf enthusiasts swung into action not just for sport, but to secure the future of independent journalism in Botswana. MISA Botswana, a key advocate for media freedom, has seen a sharp drop in foreign donor funding, forcing them to explore local fundraising initiatives like this Golf Day.
First and foremost, we want to raise funds for the operations of the organization. As we know that it is a non-governmental organization. It depends on donor funding and well-wishers. And also, I think the theme for this year's golf is because we intend to really zoom on these issues of information disorders, kind of your misinformation, disinformation, or malinformation. Fake news.
Well, I believe with the funds that MISA will get from here, to use that fund for that, to continue capacitating journalists so that they can rise above the unregulated journalists that we see. They are now more or less like dominating in the journalistic space.
However, it was emphasized that the void left by the decline in donor funding is such that it needs government intervention.
We plead with whoever has got capacity to come on board, and we as well call for the government to see to it that they reserve a certain portion of the budget for NGOs, because they play a critical role in our economy, and it cannot be a full democracy without the voice of the non-governmental organizations.
MISA shared that it warmly appreciated the individual players and companies that supported it by purchasing holes there, and stressed that while the Golf Day is a step towards financial sustainability, ethical journalism requires not just funding, but also policy reforms and public support. Solofelo Tombali, BTV News, Gaborone.
Kagiso Vanille has confirmed that preparations for the upcoming Charles Hill Agriculture Show are at an advanced stage. Vanille noted this year's event promises to be even better, with some of the region's top quality breeders expected to showcase their livestock. Lisa Homokwesi.
Charles Hill Show started in 2016 with the aim of growing agricultural sector in the district, and since its inception, the show has shown growth. And according to Charles Hill chairperson, he believes this year the show will be bigger and better, as they're expecting high numbers of attendants.
Dipakanya di tsweletse ma ya ka bona grader e tsweletse ana ka go bankanya gone ha re taba re supela teng. Batswana ba tsentse ba solehela gore we've got more sponsors, bigger sponsors tse le taba di le teng. The price money hala yalo.
Preparations are at advanced stage. We have more bigger sponsors this year that will be part of the Charles Hill Show. There will also be some prize money. Most of our stalls are occupied, and a high number of exhibitors have already registered. And we have also invited horse riders from Namibia.
So the plans and to go to my Tata Rusulete the activity.
Even though the show already have sponsors for areas such as Livestock section, they're still pleading for sponsors to come forward and help them.
The sponsor at the Harlohaning, where the sponsor at Arnake Choppies, Shop Superstores, but sponsor the first prize of all the livestock.
We have so far acquired different sponsors, and one of the sponsors is Choppy Superstore that will be sponsoring the livestock section. We also have Kwanukeng as one of our sponsors, and we are still in talks with some of the sponsors. But if there is someone willing to be part of the sponsors, they can come forward.
Our sponsor, you are still welcome. We are available. There's still so many things that can be sponsored. And sponsorship not just monetary terms. Anything else only feeling take show in Charles Hill.
Charles Hill Show will be held on the 7th to the 12th July, and the Vice President of the Republic of Botswana, Mr. Ndaba Haolatle, is expected to be the guest speaker. Lesego Mokwaisi, BTV News, Charles Hill.
Well, now in international news, Israel anti-government protesters in Tel Aviv have called for the end of the Gaza conflict, highlighting Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu handling of key issues, such as bringing hostages back and agreeing to a ceasefire. The Gaza war began when Hamas attacked Israel on October 7, 2023, killing 1,200 civilians and taking 251 others hostage. Israel responded with a military campaign, killing over 56,000 Palestinians, primarily civilians, according to local health authorities in Gaza. It is some fast sport news. Liza Oseking on standby.
Thank you so much, Olibile. Good evening. We'll start here. The thrill of greyhound racing drew crowds yesterday as the Botswana Greyhound Association hosted its annual dog race competition in Mopani. One standout was Call Me Tonight from Team Abel, who stole the show, clinching the 500-meter open derby with the fastest time of the day of 29.72 seconds. Call Me Tonight walked away with the champion prize of 3,150 pula. Tsovatso Malepa has the report.
Following the passing away of last year's champion in the Pure Breeze Open Derby category, Rich King, thus paved the way for Call Me Tonight to work hard and clinch the title after finishing third last year. Lollipop from Team Blank finished second and walked away with 2,650 pula, while Tamba Rose from Venzel settled for third and 2,150 pula.
It was hard, but I trusted her. But it was very hard. Whenever I make the other competitors, they are all very good dogs. But from the father's side,
in the 500-meter open cross derby for Cross Breeze, Crossbow from Team Matlalerwa successfully defended its title with a time of 30.63 seconds and pocketed 2,650 pula, followed by Chichi from Venzel with 2,150 pula, while third place went to Majay from Team Kenot and walked away with 1,650 pula.
To be fair, finals, I was really concerned about another dog called Chichi. She had me on my heels. I couldn't sleep for a couple of days, but Crossbow persevered, and here we are as number one.
In the 200-meter sampling derby, the winner was Lightning from Team Tasco with a time of 12.69 seconds. The 300-meter cross puppy derby was won by Faloi from Team Able, clocking 18.68 seconds, while the 300-meter puppy derby title went to Takila, also from Team Able, with a winning time of 17.57 seconds. The event coordinator, who is also Botswana Greyhound Association chairperson, Mpomono, expressed satisfaction with the growth and the fierce competition displayed at this year's event.
Technically, we overcame the troubles, but everything else, attendance was good. I think the people of Mopani Block 1 are happy, but they were entertained. Our sponsor, building up the race, came through. HSNV, which is the second time they were sponsoring a race Mopani Block 1 as part of their CSR program.
The annual dog race is expected to return next year at its inaugural venue in Mopani. Tsofatso Malepa, PTV Sport, Mopani.
Now in Silbepikwe, the spirit of the Olympic Day celebration has breathed new life into long-standing calls to revive the town's neglected sports facilities. Local leaders believe this could help rejuvenate the local economy and inspire young athletes. Karabo Mulusi.
The event started with a hype, participants bracing the cold weather to complete the 10-kilometer walk to promote physical activities and build healthy communities. Spoiled for choice of the games, so was the knowledge about potential of the sport development in the town and the opportunities wrapped in it. There are programs such as Rebabwa Naha, and there are many athletes who were produced here. It is an opportunity for the national federations to scout for talent and stimulate interest from the children and adults. We expect the community to gain renewed enthusiasm and work together to develop sport in Silibi Pikwe.
The Olympic values are not just for athletes, they are for students, for workers, for leaders. They are for everyone who want to be better and do better. Let us not allow Olympic Day to end with today's program. Let it ignite lifestyle of movement.
Conversations on the potential of sport in Silibi Pikwe zoomed into the dilapidating infrastructure that has been lying idle for years, prompting ideas on how it can be revamped to make the idea of building healthy communities a reality. We have a stadium that has potential for expansion to accommodate different sporting codes. We are housing various sporting codes, but as Silibi Pikwe Town Council, our resources are limited. Therefore, we appeal to various stakeholders who are willing to partner with us to develop these facilities. That approach would benefit our country. What was once a vibrant sporting facility has reduced into a shadow, hovering over talent, the dreams in sport, and economic development. Karabo Mulusi, BTV Sport, Silibi Pikwe.
And finally, G3 Dance Club and Golden Flights Dance Club aced their Week 10 Northern Region Dance League games after securing first position in their respective matches played at Matas Bay College in Francistown. Karabo Sebeli has the report.
In the first game of singles and doubles, Golden Flights finished in first position after collecting 21 points in the singles and 4 points in the doubles to make 25 points. Guns N' Roses finished second after collecting 15 points in the singles and 5 points in the doubles to make 20 points. We played well today by defeating Guns N' Roses. We are pleased with our performance this season as we are currently on the 4th position as compared to last season.
Number 10, position 4.
Difference of 5 points. So
we lost by a margin of 5. We tried, but our main challenge is that there were only few people competing. Meanwhile, in the second game, G3 beat Guns N' Roses with a total of 32 points after securing 26 points and 6 points in the singles and doubles respectively, while Guns N' Roses lost, having amassed 13 points after collecting 10 points and 3 points in the singles and doubles respectively.
We have
been defending our title in the Northern League except last season. However, we are currently thriving at the top of the league to rectify last season's loss.
We are fighting for our glory.
The league coordinator of the Northern Region Darts League, George Lekan, says the league is going well despite the logistics challenges. He highlighted that the commencement of singles league is meant to help in improving the standard of the sport. The league is going well, but we encounter shortage of players in games as the region is vast. Therefore, we have introduced the singles league to reduce strain on players as we are preparing for international games.
The singles league,
the games continue next weekend when G3 and Golden Flights will take on Legends, while Guns N' Roses will be up against Orapa DC. Karabo Sibili, BTV Sport, Francistown.
And that is it for our sport this week. And me and you will do this again in a week's time right here on BTV News at DSTV channel 289. But before we part, we take another look at stories making headlines.
Government targets jobs and community growth through stronger trusts. Musisedi farmers hit by sharp decline in production. Israeli protesters rally against government to end Gaza conflict. Well, that is all the news we had for you this Sunday. With us up next.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's weather forecast brought to you by Samuel Ramotondo. The current satellite picture shows clouds are visible over some areas in the eastern parts of the country, while over most areas of the country only clear skies are visible. As for tomorrow, we're expecting partly cloudy conditions over central, northeast, Chobe, Ngamiland and Khansi, while over Kalahari, southern, southeast, Katli and Kweni, we're expecting only clear skies. Fresh to strong winds are also expected tomorrow in most areas of the country, therefore the public is advised to take necessary precautions. In the morning, very cold temperatures are expected over Khansi, Kalahari and southern, with minimums of 0 to 1 degree Celsius, but over southeast, Katli and Kweni, southern, central and northeast, we're expecting cold temperatures with minimums of 2 to 7 degrees Celsius, while over northern central, Chobe and Ngamiland, we're expecting mild temperatures with minimums of 8 to 11 degrees Celsius. In the afternoon, cold temperatures are expected over Kalahari, southern, southeast, Katli and Kweni, southern, central and northeast, with the maximums ranging from 19 to 21 degrees Celsius. But over northern central, Chobe, Ngamiland and Khansi, we're expecting mild temperatures with maximums ranging from 22 to 25 degrees Celsius. Now also some cities in southern Africa, few of clouds are expected to be visible over Manzini, while over Maseru, Johannesburg, Appington and Cape Town, we're expecting clear skies. Clear skies are also expected over Windhoek, while over Lusaka, we're expecting partly cloudy conditions, and showers are expected over Harare and Beira, while over Antananarivo, we're expecting partly cloudy conditions. Showers are also expected over Dar es Salaam, but over Blantyre, Luanda and Kinshasa, we're expecting partly cloudy conditions. That's the weather forecast. Have yourself a good night.
Wetso tla ke go lebogela gore ntse o itise le rena mo Botswana tonight. Re a tswelela le maiteko a go tiisa le go rotloetsa go direla dilo mo pontsheng le tsamaiso e lolameng ya makgotla a ikemetseng. Tona le phata la pereko le selegae retired Major General Pius Mokgware ona a sebodisa semmuso lenaneo la NGOs Regulars Connect Botswana NRC.